Then you got the homo campaign that's been promoted. Man, when I left prison, you know they was thinking about introducing condoms in the prison to prevent the spread of AIDS because they know boys gonna f boys.
And you had mentioned, Kane, off camera, you had said there was a time where you got in and someone didn't tell you where they were from, or they lied and told you they were from somewhere else.
Right.
Just to kind of, I guess it was a test. Explain the mentality behind that. They told you they was from East Texas or whatever. And
see, the dude that was in the cell next door from me, he was like from my city, my town, and 5 blocks away from where I run streets at. He knew my people, I knew people he know, but he didn't tell me that. He said he was from East Texas. But I didn't know the first night in my cell, this was on Ferguson. Yeah. My roommate finna call me out to fight. See what I'm saying? Because that's just how it go down. You got the fight coming through here. Otherwise, if I'm in that cell and the person in that cell supposed to be a solid motherfucker and he don't call me out, then we both fight when that door roll. Cause nigga, this how I go down on this block. You know what I'm saying? So when he told me we gonna fight the dude next door, he didn't reveal to me where he from because first of all, he don't wanna fuck with no hoes. And what I mean by that is, he don't want no fighting because you under the influence, you got support because I'm from where you from. I want to see what you gonna do on your own, homeboy, because that's gonna let me know if we in a fight with anybody, Mexican, whites, whoever, and they got knives, if you gonna stand there, you gonna run because you in a real situation right now. So what you gonna do on your own? So after I fought my cellar, then that's when he said, say, look out, little side dollar, say, homie. And he said, hey, I'm from over here, man, woo, woo, woo. I was listening to you talk, and I already knew you was from the South. He said, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I appreciate you, bro. See, you put $10, man, you need something. I'm finna send you something over there. And he slid $5 over there because he told a nigga next door, say, homie, this $5, bro, I can tell how he talk. I bet he get up and get with that. And they betted on the fight. Well, they betted on whether or not I would or I wouldn't fight. But he would listen to how I talk, so he won just because I fought my city. You know what I'm saying? Because of other, you know what I'm saying? And son, that's that prison politics, man. When you have Houston and Dallas on one side, the other side, and these niggas be betting like that, you know it go down all the time, you know, and then that's when I say you become a product of your environment. Because I used to sit back and watch get out the bus and be looking at them like, man, what you think that nigga gonna do? Man, what cell he going into? Oh, he going in what's the name cell? Oh, shit, man, you think that nigga gonna whoop that nigga now? He said, man, I don't know that nigga, man, shit. You gonna bet on him? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gonna bet on it? Yeah. So now I'm doing the same shit nigga did to me. But I didn't know him. I'm just betting on the side. I don't even nigga fuck y'all. I'm just gonna see how it gonna play out. And they do shit like that, man.
Yeah. What was the worst fight you seen? Just straight up fight, fist, no weapons.
The worst fight I done seen straight up, man, this might trip you out, man. 2 big ass punks. Oh. And the only reason I say 2 big ass punks because it was a punk in his. You know what I'm saying? Which they'll call a man and a woman a lover's quarrel. Yeah. Well, fuck that. Them 2 punks. Them fought hard. Them some big ass niggas fought hard. I'm talking about if you ever seen
the woman punk was big as
the man punk.
The man punk.
Yeah. So I'm the man. I'm supposed to be the nigga.
Yeah.
And this my both them 6'4", big. I'm talking about say man. Them big niggas fought, and when you watching 2 big motherfuckers fight, slugging face to face, bam, bam, bam. I'm talking about, when I say hitting it, I'm talking about they were face to face. Fuck that bobbing and weaving, a straight slug fest with 2 big niggas. You be like, God, boom, 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 boom. I'm talking about solid punches. Nah, that was, I don't give a what nobody say. The worst fight you could ever see is when 2 go head to head and they lock up. I'm talking about, it ain't no breaking up. I'm talking about 2 big motherfuckers right here. I'm talking about they in this. Ain't no playing, busting mouth, eye, nose. I'm talking about they standing there. Yeah.
Till one go down.
Till one go down.
Shit.
That's it. That's a hard fight. When you got motherfuckers bobbing and weaving, okay, you get good punches and you get good drops and good knockouts in that. But a fight, it don't get no knockout. A fight is a fight. They in it. You know what I'm saying? Them 2 big ass fought hard in the bitch. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't give a fuck about them fighting hard or none of that shit. Cause you know what I told myself? It go back to what I say when you become a product of your environment. Fuck a nigga on death row, fuck a nigga with live sentence. If I got 4 years, all you it's the same shit, man. Your live sentence and you come in this cell with me, piss on that toilet, man. And I say, look out, bro. And I've been in this cell 2 years already. And I say, man, wipe that toilet off after you piss on it. think that life sentence gonna get you a pass, and think that life sentence, because I told you ain't got number 5, gonna make me not rush your ass. And you gonna find out, bro, a nigga here don't give a fuck about you got no life sentence, homie.
Yeah. With that being said, you know, you went in at 95, came out in of course, the 2000s. What was the drug problem? Or was it a drug problem when you came in and as you came out? How did drugs look in prison as far as how high got, the way they got high, the way it came in? What changes in drugs? Like were they on something else in the 90s? Then I know they graduated.
I'm gonna say going in, drugs was not that big of a problem going in the 90s. Drugs was not a big problem because it was war. It was a war zone. You fight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the freedom to sit back and get high and walk around high and do all that type of shit and try to be. See, nowadays, getting high off anything now. They chasing this shit. They don't give a if it's a can of Raid, fall paper. They doing all type of shit, any and everything, snorting pills, chewing. See, back then, you know, it's kind of like how punks, as they say, be in the closet. Okay, you're not finna be known for walking around here sniffing paint. You know what I'm saying? Getting high off gluten and like this here. You're not finna be known for that, man. That's some shit that a nigga gonna look at you unmanned and like, nigga, what is you, a kid or something? Nigga, what the fuck you over there trying? But now, so many people coming through the door, they left out there, they trying anything. You know what I'm saying? Especially that, what was that K2 shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you can't get no charge. This ain't real weed, this K2. It gets you high like weed, so all that shit, it got worse, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know when ain't doing a lot of fighting in the cage, man, you gotta understand something. If you ever go and see a yard with a bunch of dogs and it ain't never no fights or it ain't too many fights, then you know it's something got to be going on with them dogs, the reason why they not acting the way they should be acting inside a cage. And see, that's the psychology of being incarcerated. If we lock all you up in one motherfucking spot, y'all ain't got into it with each other. No matter what we do, we can't turn one against the other. We can't stand up in a picket and watch one good fight today. Then something ain't right. It's cause they high. That's why. See, that toning down of violence, you had the rat on the wall, you got the drugs, then you got the homosexual campaign that's been promoted. Man, when I left prison, you know they was thinking about introducing condoms into prison to prevent the spread of AIDS because they know boys gonna fuck boys. When I heard that shit, I said, man, you got to be bullshit, man. These people actually gonna go that far to stop the spread of AIDS, but you realize what you promoting at the same time. Why am I going over here getting a condom if I'm not finna do this shit? You promoting it. Yeah, man, so it got worse.
Speaking of the snitch problem, how bad did the snitch problem get? Like you said, once they put that rat on the wall saying they're trying to incentivize or, you know, hey, we want you guys to tell. There's incentives. Do you feel it, first of all, do you feel it saved lives? Do you feel it stopped crime in prison once they put that rat on the wall and incentivize inmates to tell on each other?
That rat ain't never stopping shit. What that rat did do was make some people think twice before they act. But it ain't never stopped shit. Because just like I can sit here right now and tell you Texas prison system is watered down and a did 2 years couldn't tell me shit about it. Okay, that prison unit he was on, that prison unit might not be like that, right? The guards that was around who would turn a blind eye, they might not be a lot of them around, right? But that don't mean because that unit ain't like that, it's a on that bitch like that. Cause see, you can come in the cell with me or you can go in the cell with somebody else and you just got here. And I'm just speaking in general. Not like I'm that type because I don't give a fuck about that jail shit. I'm just saying, I could be somebody who don't give a fuck about the rules or none of that. You've been around other inmates who succumb to what these people preaching and teaching. So they won't fuck with you. They won't get at your ass. They won't hurt you. They won't sharpen down those spoons and fuck you off. But just because the majority of the unit ain't like that, that don't mean you won't walk up in the cell with a that's like that. So it just make people think twice before they act. But then people who really trying to survive, then it go back to what they say. You said earlier, stay ready, keep from getting ready.
Right.
See, that's that sleeping with one eye open. Because you never know who you in the cell with, man. You never know. So you got to stay on point, sleep light, and just pay attention.